Happy Focus Friday. Let's have fun with focus today, my friend. You may not realize it, but you have buckets of control. Three buckets. Three buckets that if we focus on them correctly, they could change our lives. They could change your life if focused on correctly. Within each of the buckets, you have a choice. A choice of where you can place every single thing that happens to you throughout your day on a daily basis. The things from what you decide to do, what you say, and what you think. So here are the three buckets. I'm going to go through them and then show you an image. The first bucket is the place where you place things, the things that you have complete control over. These are things like you can imagine the decisions you make intentionally regarding how you will go after or go about your day. Different examples would be when you wake up, what time you wake up, the food you choose to eat, the clothes that you put on or just decide to wear, the attitude that you will face your family, your friends, and your coworkers with. So that's bucket one, the control bucket. Then bucket number two, you want to put down things in this bucket that happen that you have maybe influence over, but do not have total control over. Here, I think about when I'm coaching my clients and I'm a guide and I might give some descriptive anecdotes or advice or recommendations that can influence their actions and maybe their choices going forward in whatever they're doing, though the decisions are theirs and theirs alone. As you know, we make our own choices. It's theirs and theirs alone, but I can influence them. So that would be bucket number two. So bucket number three, in this bucket, maybe you've guessed it by now. If you have, bravo, good job. Yes, this bucket is the let it go bucket. All the things that you do not have any control over in any way, shape, or form. This is let it go in this bucket. What do you think these are, for example? I'm sure you have a lot of things that you know very well to put into this bucket. Yes, like the weather, like traffic, like other people, other people's actions, other people's thoughts, other people's feelings, etc. We cannot control those, so why do we focus on them? We all do, right? So here is the handout. So I just quickly made this little handout. So let's look at it this way right now. If you look at the buckets in this way, like looking at the buckets in this way, where the third bucket here, the third bucket is the largest, it demonstrates in what proportions people tend to think about things. All right, so people tend to think about things as think of the things that they can't control, and we have all met or been or probably are from time to time, if not all the time, that person, the person that is spending so much time stressing or worrying too much about the things that we have absolutely no control over. And I include myself in this. It's a work in progress, and you are not alone. Always good to remember. Just so you know, this is a learned behavior, and it can be changed. We can change this thought process. In addition, it is oftentimes the people that spend so much time consumed and held back by stressing about the third bucket where there is no control. These same people spend a lot less time on this here bucket here, the things that they can actually control, like what? The daily habit, how they take care of their body, what they put in their body, the relationships they have at work and at home, etc. And I know very well that looking at the meaning of these three buckets and then making the changes, it's not so easy. It's not always easy. It takes effort. And there are so many moments throughout the day where the second and third buckets come into place and they can overwhelm us. However, if we can focus in on the control that we do have and make the choices that align with the things that we can change, I think that we or you will realize that at the end we really do only have the ability to control and completely control two things. The two things that we can control are our attitude and how we will respond to life. of which those two things go hand in hand. So I was thinking, instead of looking at it this way, with the bigger one, thinking of the things that we can't control, try to flip it. Flip it and make the thing that we focus on more the things that we can control. Hello, Mike. Thank you for stopping by. Focus, focus, focus on the things we can control. Woo! Anyways, focus on the buckets in that order if we can. There is actually a lot of beauty that can be found in letting go of control. And it can literally be a lifesaver, especially if we think of it and we consider it as Viktor Frankl did. And those who don't know, Viktor Frankl, he's the author of Man's Search for Meaning and a survivor of a Nazi German concentration camp. Check him out if you haven't. This book he read, it's an amazing book, and he famously wrote that everything can be taken from a man, but one thing. That one thing, the last of human freedoms, is to choose one's attitude in any given circumstance or situation, and to choose one's own way and what to focus on. So I ask you, which choice might you want to make? Which way would you like to focus on? Just sending you love and hugs and something to think about. Your Life Lessons Guide